Hey guys, what's up? This is Jamichael Probodinsky, and it's Michael here coming at you with a Satellarknight deck profile. I personally really like this archetype.
It's out of the meta. It's dumb.
It's not out of the meta. It's still a very, very good deck.
Sucks.
But
It's
not as good as...
It's not even a deck.
The other parts of the meta. It's not as good as BAs, Klees, or Shadal's, but it's still a really fun deck. And it's actually not that expensive to build right now.
Deneb for no reason than
Like,
a $20 card.
It's still a really good deck, and if you can pilot it well, you could still probably top. Well, not top, but at least make the top 20.
I'd like to get one little bit of...
At least a regionals. Well, anyways, let's just get right into this.
I'd like to make one thing very clear to some people.
What?
You cannot combine Constellars and Satellars.
Yeah, I tried that before, and it worked pretty horribly.
Whoever had the idea that Constellars work with Satellars, they don't. Because Satellars specifically state on their cards, Satellarknight, or Tellarknight. Constellars are only Constellars. They don't have a knight in them.
Yeah.
They don't work like that. And they might at some point, I don't know, maybe Konami's going to be a dick like that, but anyway, do your shit.
Anyways, getting onto the deck profile. We run triple Deneb, and that is necessity. Like, if you're not running triple Deneb, you just shouldn't be running the deck.
And for no reason,
like,
it's a $20 card.
He's probably the second best card, and he's your searcher. He gets everything to your hand, and he basically is a setup to get the big pushes to make Trevere or Deltaros.
Deltaros kind of sucks.
Deltaros does not suck.
He's not that good.
And then after that, you're running the best guy at 3 of is Altair. Altair is definitely the best one. He pulls from the grave. He's the one that will immediately get the combo going, where you summon him, you bring out Vega, and then use Vega effect to bring back an Unikali or a Deneb, and then you activate either one of their effects. So, like, Altair is definitely the best one. He just gets everything rolling, and then he's able to bring out as many as possible so you can make your XEs. So yeah, definitely the best. Gotta run him at 3. Can't run any less than 3. Then I'm running triple Unikali. Unikali is basically your Foolish Burial of the deck. He will get the
Pretty sure that's a woman.
graveyard set up. I don't know what they are.
Well, you could tell Vega's a woman. Deneb's a boy. He's a very, I think, young boy.
I'd call them Star-Crossed Voyagers.
Oh, yes, because that's a thing.
Hey, Elton John made a song about them.
Yeah. That's exactly where they got this. Elton John made the song, "We Must Make the Archetype."
Anyway,
I'm sure the Japanese are huge Elton John fans.
They are. They all love. They have a big statue of him erected right there in the center of Tokyo.
I believe it. Right next to Godzilla.
Yes. But anyways, Unikali is your Foolish Burial of the deck. It's very, very good. And it's the biggest out of all of them at an 18 attack, which isn't that bad. So I like usually going either first turn with that just to get your grade set up, and then you can bring out Altair and get everything going. Then after that, I'm running triple Vega. Vega is another key part of the combo of getting 3 on the field instantly. Vega, whenever it's summoned, you just get an additional summon, which is very good. It's great having a Vega in hand and a Deneb first turn, because then you can just immediately get set up with a pretty big XZs that you have. And you can get set up for... Then you can use Deneb's effect to search out a Altair to get the big combo off next turn. So pretty good. After that, I am running double Elsam. A lot of people don't run Elsam, or they run it at 1, but I love Elsam just for the burn factor of it. He's really good just for the fact that he'll just take 1,000 away. And he's actually won me a lot of games where I just need to burn my opponent for like 500 life points. Like, that's all they have left. I'm like, okay, Altair, bring back Elsam, you're dead. Or Vega, bring out Elsam, you're dead. It's just really good in that factor. So I think at 2 is pretty good.
He's about the only... I don't know, he's weak though. His stats are terrible.
His stats are pretty bad, but you usually immediately will go into an XE with him. Anyways, moving on to cards that are not Tellarknights. I'm running the double Honest because Honest is back at 2, and if you're running lights, you gotta run 2 Honest. It's just how it is. Oh,
You better have a damn good excuse if you don't run 2 honest.
Definitely the best light monster there is. There's no question about it. He is the best light and works in every single light deck. You need him. And I apologize. I'm running one more Satellarknight. He must have gotten put behind the Honesties by accident. It would be Satellarknight Sirius. Sirius is probably the best support we got from new challengers. Just for the fact that
he's the only support you got from new challengers.
Yeah, he's really. Everything else sucked.
Besides Trevor.
Literally everything else sucked except for Trevor. And yeah, he's good. Like you don't want him first turn. You definitely don't want him first turn because his effect is.
You want to draw him late game.
You want to draw him mid or late game, or like it's really easy to get the setup by just sending him with Unikali, and then you can bring him back with Altair and then get his effect. But you have to have 5. Yeah. You have to shuffle all.
Jesus, read the card, man.
I have to target 5 Satellarknight monsters in my graveyard and shuffle them into my deck, and then I get to draw a card. So it's pretty good. But like I said, it's like you got to get it late game for its effect to go off. Moving again, that is Snickers, the demon dog that Jordan has.
She's very angry.
She's very upset. I think she doesn't really like me that much. So, I don't know why we do the videos here, but, Anyways, moving on to the spells, I'm running triple Reinforcements of the Army. It's a warrior deck, you gotta run Rhoda, it's that simple. And then, triple Upstart. I mean, you gotta get to your pieces fast with this deck. Then, triple Lance. Really just running the triple Lance just because I like Lance. Lance seems to work fairly well in this deck. I enjoy it. Then double MST because MST. The 1 Soul Charge because you can get crazy plays off with Soul Charge, and all you gotta really do is bring out 1 monster and then you can go off. So it's pretty good in that factor that all you need to do is bring out 1 thing and you can go off at that point. Then from there, running the 1 Snatch Deal because Snatch Deal is Snatch Deal. Gotta run it if it works in the deck. Then the 1 Dark Hole. It would be Regeki, but I don't have any more Regekis. And, well, I only have 1 Regeki, and the one that I'm using is in my Shadal's because that's my favorite deck. Or at least my tournament deck. After that, moving on to the traps. Running the triple Toa Nova Alpha. Probably the best trap this deck has. It'll stop almost anything, and you almost always will have, excuse me, a Satellarknight monster on the field, so it works in that factor, and you just destroy that, destroy the 1 Satellarknight monster, and you get to draw a card and stop whatever your opponent's trying to do. It's really good. Then, triple Call of the Haunted, because pulling back from the graveyard is really good in this deck. You just need to bring back 1 monster, and then you can go off and have 3 monsters on the field on your opponent's turn. So, it's pretty good. You gotta run it at 3, I think. After that, it's just some basic stuff. Breakthrough, Compulse, and Bottomless. And that's the deck. Now moving on to the extra deck. It's pretty just staple rank 4s. Just the common good rank 4s that most people will run. Double Trevor, because Trevor is the best Satellarknight monster by far. Just sends everything back, and then you can pop something in the hand. So good. You can reset your Call the Haunted with this card. It just brings it back to hand, reset them. So if you have dead calls, you can just immediately get them back. With Trevor, it's amazing. Gotta run it at least 2. Then the 2 Deltaros. I personally like Deltaros. In certain aspects, I go into Deltaros before I would go into Trevor, just because, like, say I'm facing Light Sworns, I don't want to bounce back the JD to hand because he's just going to resummon it. Like, what's the point of that? So, just destroying it works a lot better with this deck. Just sometimes just getting rid of the monster completely is good. And when he's destroyed, you can special summon a level 4 Satellarknight monster from the deck, so it's pretty good in that aspect. After that, I'm running the 1 Excalibur because it is Warriors, and Excalibur can win you games and gets over basically anything right now. Gotta run him. And then same thing, Blade Armor Ninja. You're running the Warriors, you gotta run Blade Armor just because, I mean, again, he'll win you the games. He can do 44 to the nut instantly. It's pretty good. The 1 Starlage because if you're running lights, you gotta run Starlage. That simple. Omega, same thing. You're running lights, you probably should run Omega. Omega's really good. He's the one, like, if I have a setup, if, like, first turn I'm going to overlay, he's who I usually go into. Because it would protect himself, and he's the biggest out of all of them. So, I like him. Then the 1 Exciton, 1 Arc, the 1 Castell, Daigusto Emerald, Abyss Dweller, Rhapsody Berserk, really good card. I love this card. It works amazing in this deck, and just equipping it to like any of these monsters will make them big enough to get over almost anything your opponent will throw at you. So just equipping him to anything that you're running, he'll basically become big enough to get over whatever your opponent's running. So
Equip
it's really
him to
good.
Traverse, and Traverse actually a threat.
Yeah, and then Good Game Cowboy because it's always funny to kill your opponent with Cowboy.
With a gun.
Yeah. So that's the deck. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you have any suggestions on how I could fix it up a little bit more, please leave a comment down below in the comment section. And please like and subscribe to our channel. We're trying to get this thing going and be really appreciated. Anyways, thanks for watching. See you guys.